And joined by Coach John H. Lilly of the Independence Patriots. John, tonight it was a tough one. I think you, by talking to you this week, you kind of expected that. Did it play out not necessarily like you planned, but did you expect the dogfight you had?
I did. I told you and I told everybody early in the week this was the best team we played. They had a great defensive game plan for us. He did a great job scheming us up and when you only get the ball 3 times in the third quarter, that kind of makes you a little bit nervous. But I knew that was their game plan, and we were inches away in the first quarter, on some big plays, and then we had 2 touchdowns called back. So, we were a little nervous.
Speaking of game plans and adjustments, Atticus hadn't played defense for a long time this season. You put him in there. He ended up making the big play, probably the biggest play he's made this year because it stopped them on a drive, gave you the ball back, and the next play he scored and took the lead.
We've been playing a lot of passing teams that like to throw the ball and spread out. So, we can play Karan and Kessler out there, and they do a great job for us.
Need more beef.
But, the second half, there in the second quarter, we said we just had to put the 200-pounders in there. So we put Atticus and Logan in, 2 seniors that's been with us for 4 years. And, just told them, hey, we got to gut it up and take away off tackle. And I thought they did. Both of them made great plays on defense.
Well, Atticus shed the tackle. I think Logan also had a fumble recovery for you. But I want to get to Atticus' play, then we'll get to that. He shed the tackle and just got the guy. And the guy was stopped right there. It had to be the biggest play of the season.
Atticus,
get the ball back.
Atticus is a beast. Atticus is a kid that can beat you playing checkers. It's just they're competitors and they like to compete. And when it comes gut time, the old saying, put the ball in your best player's hands and see if you can get something done. And he worked hard this week in practice, and I think he knows this is his last hurrah because he's going to play baseball in college, and he wants to leave an impression.
They're on the 1. Getting ready to put, I think it would have given 2-possession lead. There's offsides, a hold, and then a strip by Jordan Harvey. Logan Isom recovered, I think, over here on the sideline. How big was it to get out of that, not giving up a point?
Well, I think it was huge because it would have put us down by 2 scores if they'd have got the 2-point conversion. So, there was 2 big plays right there by 2 guys that's made plays all year. And I'll tell you this, Dave. I think you can't reach a championship level without playing a game like this and see how you play under adversity. And I thought our kids handled it pretty well.
Oh yeah, definitely. And then Atticus gets the run to seal it after Cyrus gets the interception. We've seen that show this year for sure. But to finally seal it and get out of here after you played the penalties in the first half. And some in the second just killed you.
Well, we had a little bit
you got to clean up before next week.
Well, we wasn't as crisp in practice this week. They were kind of mad at me because I was all in the crap all week. But there was a lot of distractions. You had a lot of things happen this week, and they took their focus off. Not necessarily the big head, but they thought they were going to come out here and hang 60 on them, and I knew otherwise. But here's the thing: they fought through it. They didn't panic, and we battled to the end. And you can't be any more proud as a coach to see your team fight to the end.
Judah told you that play was going to be open. He told you. He said, "I told Coach."
He did. That was me earlier today. Yeah, he did. And at first, I think it was in the second quarter, and we were going to come back to it, but we never got the ball in the third quarter. So it was his call. He saw it. I saw it, but he saw it first. And we got some smart guys. Now, we don't do smart things sometimes, but we got some smart guys.
His punt return, too, and probably the fact that you were able to get on the board in the first half because he was able to return a punt 44 yards, 43, whatever it was. How big was that punt return in the grand scheme of things?
I told you back in the scrimmage, when we scrimmaged Bluefield, Judah's a beast. He's a special player. And, it's nice to have guys like Judah and Atticus that you can put the ball in their hands and something's going to happen, and that's the way it's been all year.
And then his touchdown pass was
He called his own number and Logan delivered. So it's a great job.
John, you ran 7 offensive plays in the second half. until your last series when you were able to get a couple first downs, then kneel it out. Ever been a part of a game and run 7 plays in the second half and put up 16 points and win? And have a comeback win?
If we have, it's been a long time, you know, but that's the thing when you have speed and you have some players that can make plays, you're never out of it. And, you know, we told our kids at halftime, it's going to go down to the last minute, and we just got to battle to the end. And I thought they delivered.
What turned the game, in your opinion?
I think the goal line stand changed the play down there. Scotty did a good job on defense and calling the defense tonight. And I just thought not letting them get in the end zone and fall behind by 2 scores was huge. And I figured if we could get the ball, something was going to happen. I didn't know when, but something was going to happen.
And it eventually did.
Yeah, it eventually did.
All right. Hey, John, I appreciate it. Take care of that hip. Watch out when you're in the stands next week.
Well, I'll tell you what.
I know you don't want to miss the Bluefield game, your alma mater.
Yeah, well, you know, it's easier falling down those steps twice than falling down Mitchell Stadium. I'd probably be dead, but...
you won't have to worry about going to Mitchell Stadium.
That's true.
Are you excited about playing your alma mater?
I tell you what, I know there's going to be a lot of those stories pop up, but you know what? The old 24-hour rule. I'm going to enjoy this one, and Freddie's got to make a 3-hour drive back home, so I'll laugh at him for a few minutes, and then we'll get busy with them, and they'll get busy with us, and we'll have some fun. It'll be a fun game.
I'll call you early in the week. You give me some of those stories?
Yeah. Well, I got stories on him. He's got stories on me, I'm sure. So.
Hey, John, you're practicing through Thanksgiving. It's got to be a good feeling.
It is. Thank you so much.